Hello and a very good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Mosby. Thank you for joining us. It is Friday, woohoo! The weekend is almost upon us, and I tell you what, we are heading into the weekend in the best way because we've got another launch day for you today. Loads of new products to bring to you, and I'm uber excited about this one because we have got a fantastic new range, which I think you're going to absolutely love. The illustrated animal stamp and die set, which is just absolutely beautiful. Already, loads of you have been shopping ahead on the web, and 20% of the stock has already gone. Brand new stock. We've not even shown you what we've got on the show, but loads of you have already been shopping. If you've not yet bought it, I can guarantee you will do as we head through this show. It's also a really exciting show for the fact that we have got not one, but two other people in the studio, and I'm going to introduce you to the first one, who will then introduce the second. It's all very complicated. The lady I'm going to introduce you to, you know, you see her all the time. She got me out of bed this morning at that sounds a bit weird. I went running with her this morning at 5:30. It's the lovely Sara.
Ben, I was about to tell you off for stealing my thunder. You were supposed to introduce me. I got the exciting bit coming up. But yes, just to be totally clear, Ben woke up in Ben's house, which is 20 minutes away from my house, drove in his car to my house, where I woke up in my house next to my husband, in the adjacent room to my children. Went in, put my running gear on, met him downstairs. Look how red Ben is. This is hilarious.
Talk about getting yourself into trouble 2 minutes into the show, eh? But anyway, Sara, you were saying.
Yes, Ben, as I was saying. So yes, guys, what an amazing, amazing show we've got for you. You've been absolutely buzzing about this all week. Social media has been on fire with how phenomenal this artwork is, right? This is the launch of the illustrated animals. These are the cards that I am going to be doing in the show. In fact, let me know which ones you want to see first. You've got the gorgeous owl. How amazing is the unicorn?
Love it.
I'm going to be doing some really artistic stuff here. The elephant. Oh, and can I just say, this was the favourite.
Me
on
too.
Tuesday. When they previewed it on Tuesday, everybody loved this. The deer is gorgeous. I'm going to be doing some techniques with our aqua pens. We've only just got the aqua tri-blends back in stock. The shipment arrived into our warehouse at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. So literally hot off the press, back in stock. You guys are all excited. You've been waiting so long for us to have these. But I was thinking about, this is going to be an awesome show. But what could possibly be better than me doing some amazing colouring, Ben doing some fabulous chit-chat? Thought, why don't we invite the actual artist who penned all of this original artwork? Why don't we invite her to come in live into the studio to be able to sit, colour along with us, chat along with us, basically so I can go into my colouring coma and Ben has someone to talk to who can answer all your questions. Instead of you asking me what was the inspiration behind all this, you can ask the lovely Sarah. Have a look. So I'm Sara, this is Sarah. Say hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Oh. Am I making you feel really shy? You can't possibly feel as embarrassed as how Ben did when we just had that amazing revelation at the start of the show.
I'm still red from laughing at that, actually.
I did it on purpose, Sarah, to make you feel more relaxed and ready for the show. We're really looking forward to chatting to you. I certainly am as well, because I know you've done one previous show, but you're going to be, I think, new to a lot of our viewers as well, and we're going to be chatting all about sort of your experience, this particular collection, how it all came to be. If you've got questions for Sarah, by the way, get them in on the socials, on Facebook and on YouTube, and we'll get Sarah in on the chat. And actually, Sarah, you'll have to tell me if this is right, are we going to be giving away something of yours at the end of the show? Is that possible, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Can do that. So I'll probably be colouring one of my animals. And once I finish one, then can give this one away.
Brilliant stuff. So there you go. Get those questions in, get the comments coming in, and you could be winning something come the end of the show. But let's take you through everything that you're going to get in this brand new collection. I absolutely love it, and how amazing, like Sara was saying, that we've got the artist here in the studio to chat about how this collection came to be, to ask all of those questions that you want to know about this artwork, and take a look. This is the illustrated animal stamp and die collection with 30 elements. The artwork is is amazing. So true to life, but also like sort of quite whimsical as well in the way that it comes across. That's what I love about this. This is the first collection, which is called You're a Hoot. This gorgeous owl, thank you Johnny, just like me. This gorgeous owl is absolutely stunning. So much detailing in here, and if you're into your colouring, if you love using your tri-blends, if you love using your colour blends, all these different colouring mediums that you've got, you are going to be absolutely loving this collection. What I also love about this collection too is that you do get a die to go with it, but cleverly, the die is only a portion of the stamp. All right, so it doesn't cut out the whole image. So for the sake of the owl here, it cuts out the head and the wing of the owl, giving you that depth and dimension straight off the bat, which I just think is an ingenious way to do things. Next up, take a look at this, Born to be Wild. This is the one that you guys were chatting about on the sneak peek on Tuesday. This is the one that I was certainly picking up before the show and chatting to Sarah with. Have a look at that giraffe, just stunning. It kind of boggles my mind how someone can sort of draw this, picture this, put this onto paper, and then put this into stamp form as well. It is just absolutely phenomenal. With this particular vision, you get Born to be Wild and Stand Tall, and then once again you can see the die just cuts out the head of the giraffe there. So again, straight off the bat, you've got that depth and dimension within this too. Next up, how much are you loving this collection already? We've talked about, haven't we? We've talked about how popular stags and deers are currently within craft. You saw this a little bit earlier on if you were watching Wake Up Call. This is the one that Craig was looking at with George, and wow, this is a dear friend. Once again, this comes within the collection. The artwork is stunning. I love the detailing of the leaves, like the collar and then almost like the crown around the stag's antlers there, which is just absolutely phenomenal. To a dear friend, be strong and just for you. And then once again, you've got that fabulous die to cut out sort of like the main image, the head and those magnificent antlers to really add to your project. Next up, I mean, how lovely is this? This is Dream Big, this gorgeous elephant. Producer Johnny's just gone, whoa, look at that elephant. Absolutely phenomenal. The artwork, to quote Sara, off the chart here. It is gorgeous. You've got Dream Big with love, and without love, life would be irrelevant.
That's what it says. I love that. I've never noticed that before. I absolutely love that. That's got to be my absolute sin of the show.
It's just brilliant. And once again, I love the artwork. Right? I love everything about this collection, but I just love again that you've just got the die, which just cuts out the main portion, the head. So again, once you've cut that out, you've already got that depth and dimension with the project with the elephant. It's so clever, so clever. Next up, I was again saying to Sarah before the show, no collection at the minute when you're talking about animals is sort of complete unless you have a unicorn. And take a look at this unicorn, absolutely gorgeous. Believe in yourself. Have a magical day and stand out. What I love about this unicorn as well, it's a little bit more sort of, I don't know if grown up is the right sort of expression with this, but it reminds me of like the unicorns that we've got in the, what was the collection that we were doing yesterday from Hunky Dory? Bohemian, bit more bohemian, there's the word. It really, really is stunning. And once again, you've got the cutout of the unicorn's head to kind of pull that away from the cloud to give you that depth and dimension. And is there more, I hear you cry? Yes, of course there is. Again, we've got to have a butterfly within that collection. And what a butterfly that is. Look at all of the detailing that you've got there. Look at all of the areas that you've got to get all of your colouring mediums into. You're going to have so much fun with these stamps. Once again, you've got the die to cut out the main portion of the butterfly and some wonderful sentiments that come with this too. It really is a wonderful collection. Grab it whilst it is here, because I have a feeling that we are going to be getting very busy for this set today. Main value for money, as always, is to go for the full collection. So it should be just shy of £90 or £101.70. You get it today for £74.95 or £84.75 if you're shopping in the US. And of course, if you're a platinum member, £59.96 or $67.80. Stunning. Don't forget, of course, as well, you may not know, I say don't forget, you might not have heard yet, it is our bonus points weekend. So this is all about shopping until you drop, because if you spend with us £25, 50 extra bonus points you're going to be receiving across this weekend. Spending 50, 100 extra bonus points on top of the points that you already get. And if you're spending over £75, 150 bonus points on top of the points that you're already getting. So this is the weekend to get in, get those bonus points and move yourself up Club Inspire. Shop now for this, because wait till you see the demos that we've got coming up. Now also, just to remind you, back in stock and already flying out the door, we've got your tricolours 12-piece marker collection here. I'll go through this in more detail in just a little while, but the point with this is super deal already. You're saving almost £14, almost $20, and in this particular instance you get the wallet for free, which is brilliant. That's worth $11.99. We're bunging it in for free. £38, $57 is the deal if you're a platinum member. £30.40 or $45.60. 10% of the back in stock has already gone there as well. I know, it's going to be a busy old show. The animals, right, the illustrated animals, we 5 minutes ago, 20%, we're now a quarter of the stock has gone. 25% of the stock has gone. We're 12 minutes into the show. Everyone's going for the main collection. If you want to pick and choose, absolutely you can do that. There's a multi-buy, 2 for £27 or 2 for $30. But this is the way to go, because you will absolutely love using these. Quick few hellos to Clarice in South Carolina, Deborah, Ohio, Alison in Brooklyn, Patty's in from Michigan, Mary from Montana. We'll do some more comments in just a bit, but let's get her started over there. Get Sara doing our first demo, because there's lots to be doing. Where are you going to be starting? Which is your favourite in this collection?
Oh, no, you can't ask us
I did it.
Right, I don't have one.
Oh.
Look at them. Which one's your favourite, Ben? Can you pick one?
Well, I think I sort of did say I had a favourite. Am I allowed to pick and then change later on, though?
Oh, you see, this is the problem. I mean, look at them. They're all so different. I can't wait to colour the unicorn's hair. I can't wait to do this one for you. This is what I can't wait to do. Not just because I love the butterfly, I love this technique, to show you the technique.
My favourite at the bottom.
The deer, your favourite's at the bottom, is it down here?
Yeah.
You love the giraffe.
I love
It's
the
just a
giraffe.
bit different, isn't it?
Really
I'm going to start with the owl,
Yep.
purely because I want to do a watercolour technique with the owl, and then later on I want to come and revisit it and show you how you can do some depth of colour with your tri-blend pens, not the tri-blend aqua, but the regular tri-blend, the alcohol base, and deepen it with the colour blend, because we've got the colour blends on the show as well. So that's the one I'm going to start with for you, but then we're going to be doing some colour blend colour. In fact, here's the other one next to it. Do you want me to show you both side by side so you can see the different colouring techniques?
Yes.
Right? So you can see one here has been done with watercolour. This one has been done with alcohol pens and deepened with the colour blend. And I'll show you both techniques over the course of the show, I promise, right? But I'm going to start with this one here first, okay? So what I'm going to do, Ben, is inside each of the packs, by the way, folks, these are all photopolymer stamps, right? So you get the die. I'm going to leave the die to one side. I'm going to use the stamp itself, okay? So if I take that stamp out, and I'm going to just use the... I'm just going to use our stamping tool. You must use, if you're using the waterproof inks, you must use waterproof dye ink, right? So I'm going to colour these with my tri-blend aquas, because we are finally back in stock. Snowboat from China has arrived with the delivery. It's been stuck out on the water for absolutely ages, waiting to get through the port. So finally excited to have them back in stock. Look how nice and clear and crisp that is.
Fantastic.
That is a detail between, a cross between the fabulous illustration and then the fact that we've made them in photopolymer. Because if these were very, very simple stamps, Ben, then I would have just had them made in acrylic.
Yes.
But because Sarah's put all of this detail around here, I didn't want to lose any of it. So what we did is we've replicated them in photopolymer, which I'll be really honest, is a very expensive process, but we choose when it just absolutely needs to be done, right? Now, I'll see if we can get zoomed in down here first of all. I'll start nice and easy, right? I'm going to use the chestnut here, right? And can you see what I'm going to do, Ben? I'm just going to put, because these are the brush tip ones, you can come in with that lovely bit of detail straight down there. So you're putting the colour in down there, dropping it right in, and then we can come under the same. So because they've got that very fine nib, you can go right into the little fine nooks and crannies and start dragging a lot of this colour out. Look Look at that there. I love it when you can get right up close and see there, right?
Oh yeah, we are
You
zoomed
get the
in. Look at
detailing.
that.
But
detail.
then what you're going to do is you're just going to come in with a little bit, a damp brush. So I always take the excess off on my hand. And then you can drag the colour out. Because I'm using watercolour paper,
Yeah.
you can, a little tiny bit of colour goes such a long way to dragging that ink out perfectly. So you can see we've got very, very pale at the edges, but then you've also got the very, very deep at the top. And that is how, well, that's just the aqua pens. And I'll be really honest, it's aqua pens that get a lot of use in our house. Because with the kids, our Oliver likes the tri-blend pens because he thinks he's really grown up.
Oh, really?
Whereas our Oliver, we can't, our Charlie, I don't let him use the tri-blend pens because we've, been there, done that, ended in disaster, drawing all over the furniture and everything.
Oh, really?
So,
good. Just what you need, that, isn't it? Just what you need.
Just what you need. So I only let him use the water-based ones. So he uses water-based pens now. But when our Oliver got some tri-blend pens, Charlie felt very left out. So then when we launched these ones, our Charlie was able to get some tri-blend watercolour.
But for people who are watching today and they're thinking, oh, tri-blends, watercolour pens, I mean, if you were just starting out, do you find that you have kind of more techniques and more things that you can do with your watercolour pens, for example, the tricolours?
They're very different, both of them. What I will say is watercolour is easier.
Yeah.
So if you're a beginner stamper, you're a beginner colourist, start with watercolour because it is so much easier. Because look, we're only playing with one colour. I haven't had to worry about mixing colours there, Ben. I've popped one colour down. I'm coming in just with it's only a damp brush. You don't need to have your brush really, really wet. It's just slightly damp. And you're just dragging that colour out. And look, I'm even starting to get fast over here driving. Look how quick it is when you start going, because we've put that little bit of colour in and then we're dragging it all the way through. Look at that, isn't that fantastic? And then if at any point you want to go and deepen it a bit further, really you want to be waiting until it dries.
Yeah.
But you can always add that little bit extra in. The worry about doing it when the paper's still wet is you can get a little bit of bobbling on here, Ben.
Yeah.
But then look how easy it is to do.
Well, so swift, isn't it? That's the thing. When you see like these sort of finished samples, and you've seen how quickly you can achieve it, particularly, with the tricolours, it's such a really addictive thing to do. And like you said, you've got so many different ways to be able to use these two. Grab them whilst they're here, by the way, because they are flying out, if you'll excuse the pun there with the owl.
That was really bad. That was. I mean, how many animal-based funds are we going to manage to get in this show?
Don't start me. Whatever you do.
Right, let's have a look. I'm just going quick down that one there. So the same sort of idea, just getting it a little bit wetter and then kind of dragging all of this colour through. Now, there's two ways you can use the pens, okay? If you want depth and colour like that, you can just drag them down.
Yeah.
The other option, and I'll move my mat but leave this in the same place, right, is you might want to colour onto your glass mat like this. And then if you just want an all-over colour and you don't want to blend, you can just pick it up and then use it like a paint palette. So notice I've done that. I haven't used the pen to colour all over here. I've put the pen down onto here and then I'm picking up a little bit of that colour and deepening it down. And then if I say, right, let's have a little look. We want to go deep down the edge here. We're just going right down here. And then I'm just going to do the same. I'm going to build up all of his, I'm going to do the same technique to build up all around his fur there as well, Ben.
Producer Johnny just sort of saying, he's our resident ornithologist, and what he said is a valid point. Lots of owls you see, don't you? Owls in craft, very, very popular. Like we see a lot of stags, very, very popular. But this owl particularly got a very sort of different feel to it. Sort of like a grander owl, if you like, really. I love the detail in the eyes as well. There's just so much there. And like you're seeing with Sara, like there's just so much that there is to colour for you. One thing I did want to tackle, which a couple of you have asked, Peg, also I was going to say, the size of the dies and the stamps. They do vary slightly, but the owl, for example, 4.3 inches by 3.8, and they're all round about that size actually, sort of 4.2 by 3.6. I'm just trying to see which is. Yeah, they're all about that. Right about 4.5 to sort of 3.5 is the sort of sizes on those as well. Keep the questions coming in, by the way, because Sara is here, of course, the lady who designed these, the artist behind them, and she is busy colouring away the other side of the studio too. I love the fact, actually, Sara, that you're here. It's nice to have more company here in the studio, but I also love the fact that you're using No, sorry, I didn't mean like that.
I love it. So basically, my crack's not quite good enough, and he's wanting someone different to talk to. So it's good that we've invited Sarah in. He's going to get. Let's see if he can manage though the whole Sara thing over the course of the whole show. Because I heard the other day,
Sara,
I
don't.
heard you calling out Jan Bernie. So if you can't get the difference between Jan and Bernie right, how are you going to do the whole Sara thing? So let's just try and catch him up on this. Let's just try and catch him out.
Thank you, Sara. Sarah?
My pleasure.
There are a few questions coming in, but I want to know, so this is the first time that we sort of met. How did you get into to colouring and art and design? Is it something that you've always done? Is it something that you did when you were at school and college?
Yeah, it's something I did in school, probably just ever since being a child. I've always done arty bits, crafty bits.
Yeah.
But I think once I went to college and I did art and design in college, and it just sort of flourished a bit more then, and I just really got into it.
And your story about arriving here at Crafters Companion is quite a good one as well, because you initially started out in one of the stores, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I started out in the Newton Acres store.
Yeah.
And it's been an amazing journey, really, from coming to the store to then doing some craft classes within the store.
Yeah.
To here. It's incredible, really.
So when you signed up to go and work in the store, who knew that a few years down the line you'd be here in front of millions of people showing all of your amazing designs?
Don't make her feel bad.
What?
You're going to make her really nervous saying that. Sarah, there's only a couple of people watching. Literally, we haven't even got a very big audience today.
It's a couple of million. They tell you what though, they are loving the fact that you're here. And let's ask this question. So Therese on YouTube wants to know, Sarah, although she's written Sara, Sarah, don't try and put me off. I don't need your help at home. Is this your first collection? Therese wants to know.
It isn't. It's my second collection now. I was, I think it was February, I was on a show with Craig and Joe for my birthday floral stamps, which was amazing. So
Me.
Yeah.
I'm taking credit for that one.
What?
So I saw, because I'm friends with Sarah, because she used to work in the store, and you know, and then Sarah went on maternity leave, so Sarah lives near me, she's got a little one as well, you have to tell them all about it, Sarah. So anyway, Sarah loves her illustrating, and while she'd been on maternity leave, she'd illustrated these beautiful floral designs, just for fun. I saw them on her Instagram page, and you know, I'm totally taking credit for this, right?
That's not like you.
You know how we have our product development days that I talked about, and we all go in with our product development ideas? I came in with Sarah's artwork as one of my ideas and said, have you seen Sarah Kay that's on maternity leave? Look at these gorgeous florals she's drawn. We should totally be making these into stamps, and they look a bit complicated to cut out, so I think we should make matching dies for them. So like I said, totes taking the credit for that one, Sarah.
By all means.
That's all right, Sarah, is it?
Oh, of course it is, yeah. You've brought everything to life, so of course it is.
It must be amazing for you as well to sort of see your artwork now in kind of stamp form, and it must be amazing for you as well to know that, you know, hundreds of people are going, to know what, I need that in my life, I really want it. It must be a very satisfying thing for you.
It is. It's probably the best thing. It's probably what makes it worth the hours of drawing and things. Ever since I started at Crafters Companion, and it was a slow process of learning different products and things, as soon as I saw the whole range of different stamps and what you could do with them, I thought, right, I want to make some of my own. I want to do this.
Absolutely brilliant. You're colouring away over there. Sara, yes, is colouring away the other side of the studio. How are you getting on? Look at your owl, Sara!
I am doing all right, aren't I?
Oh, blimey.
It's because I haven't, no offence, because I haven't had to chit-chat to you. Like, as much as I love that part of the job, Ben, right? But look how much faster I can crack on when I don't have to do that. So I'm about ready, and then do you know what? It'll be good timing, because then I can come in and look. This is why, you know when I said watercolour's easy.
Yeah.
Look at that. Scribbled a bit of colour on, and then all I'm doing is literally colouring a little bit of this in, and then all I'm going to do is have a little look. I think I need a little bit of A little bit of bark to go down on his nose there. Right, now that is the actual stamp. So if you're just stamping and colouring, that's all you're going to do, right? However, oh look, I've dropped a little bit of water onto there. I should be a little bit more careful. However, if you do 2 of them, Ben, look what you can then go and do, right? You can take the die cut.
Yeah.
As you were saying earlier, the die cut doesn't cut out the whole image. It just cuts out part of it so that you can do like a multi-layer on the image.
Yes,
so
cool.
what I want you to do is, I want you to do one, and I mean, I've just done one and coloured it in so that I could demonstrate this live on the show for you, okay? All of these dies, by the way, will go and fit through your Gemini Midi or your Gemini Junior.
Yeah.
So if you're wanting to be like me and do them nice and quick and easy, I haven't even got my Gemini out today. I've just got the little one just for speed, right? So that's going to cut through there perfectly. And then if I lift this off, you see there that is absolutely spot on, ready to go on the front.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is, I've stamped the base owl again as well here, right? So I've stamped this and I've just stamped the thinking of you. This bit here, by the way, folks, do you want me to show you how you do this? So where you've got the bottom here, if I just take that little bit of slate that I was using before, right? Oh, it's slightly different colour, this one, but you just put a little bit down there like that, and then you just come in with your wet paintbrush and literally just watercolour it out, and it just gives it a little bit of grounding as though it's standing on something. So I always like to do that as like a nice finishing point. So that's how you would do that. So I've got the base, and then all I'm going to do, Ben, is I've got here a little bit of card, and I'm just going to matte and layer this onto the front of the card. So, oh, we've got no tape. We've got no tape pens.
Seriously?
No. Well, we've got loads. We've got loads of dotty tape pen. I'll use me dotty tape.
I said there was zillions over there earlier on.
It's just not good. Is that Al Craig?
It's Craig. I saw him. His pockets were bulging as he left the studio earlier on.
We'll have to be having words. We'll have to be having words. Right, let's have a little look. I'll get this all lined up perfectly. So that's just going to matte and layer onto there, right? This is going to then matte and layer onto the front of the card.
Yep.
So I'm going to go, let's have a little look. I think I'll go side fold. No, I'll go 10 fold. Can never decide with these things, right? So we're going to go 10 fold. But then watch what you want to do, you see. You want to shape that one that we've done. You want to shape it round like this. And then you can either foam pad central it up.
Yes.
Or you can use your 3D glue gel, whichever you prefer. So I'm going to go with
foam pads. Whatever's under
whatever
there.
I can find, if I'm being told. So I was pausing there, not for effect, to see what Craig had actually left me.
I kind of feel like we've had this the last couple of days, that he's hiding stuff from you. He knows that you're coming in and he's purposely trying to make your life difficult.
He's just doing it to wind us up.
Yeah.
He's literally doing it to wind us up. So, right, look at this. I'm going to actually double foam pad the centre to make it a little bit higher.
Extra lift,
right?
yes.
So give it that little bit of extra lift on the front. Just pop that in place, and then that is going to sit. Yes,
That's
double foam
brilliant.
padding was absolutely the way to go there.
Yes.
And you see you've got that nice bit of shaping on the front. And that is just quick and easy, how you kind of get started. If you're wanting to do quick and easy ones, Ben, you absolutely want those tricolour aquas. I've got all of mine. The fact that you can get the whole collection, literally, it's 12 markers, but it's 12 markers with 3 pens in each marker. So it's really 36 markers. That is all the colours you're going to need, because I'm going to teach you how you can blend and shade new ones. And even though they're just back in stock, we're giving you the wallet for free for both of them today. And you'll get the bonus points, because you're going to be spending over £25. Actually, you're over $50, so you'll get the extra bonus points on there as well. Never been a better day to treat yourself to some tri-blends.
I could not have said it better myself. And that's the thing, I never get here. When we get stuff back in stock, rather than just going, do you know what? We'll make you pay full price. It's like, no, you can have some free stuff. Why do we do this? It's because we love you. There was a question a few moments ago from Michelle saying, does the owl die only cut a portion of the owl? As you just saw with that last demo, yes is the answer to that. But it's such a cool idea for the fact that it gives you then that lift. It gives you that kind of sort of 3D effect, which is just absolutely brilliant. And that is the same with all of the artwork that you've got running through this collection. You've got the amazing artwork, you've got the amazing stamp with the accompanying sentiments, and then of course you've got your die, which is able, in this case with your owl, just to cut out the main portion, as you saw with Sara there, foam pad city, and then you're able to get that lift with that gorgeous owl. Next up within the collection, I think this is my favourite. I've got to say, it may change as we head through the show and look at some of the other demonstrations that Sara's got lined up. But you've got this gorgeous giraffe, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't see a lot of giraffes in craft, do you? I don't think you do, particularly ones as gorgeous as this. I'm going to stick my neck out. And say this is one of the best giraffes I've seen in craft. But again, so much when it comes to colouring, whether you're using your tri-blends, whether you're using your tri-colours, your colour blends, whatever it might be, you're going to have so much fun with this. You've got Born to be Wild and Stand Tall are your sentiments there. And once again, there's that die. And as Michelle was sort of saying, does it only cut out a portion? Yes, once again, the die to cut out the head. So then you've already got the background of that gorgeous floral wreath there too. Then on top of that, we have got your gorgeous stag, a dear friend. Once again, absolutely stunning. I love this as well, as I said earlier on, for the fact that we've got all the detailing of that sort of leaf sort of necklace there, and the crown going on over the head too. To a dear friend, be strong, and just for you are your sentiments. There's that die to cut out the main portion of the image as well. This elephant again, I mean, how majestic is that? And literally, I think one of the best sentiments that we've seen so far this year, maybe, as producer Johnny just said, ever. Without love, life would be irrelevant. That's my elephant impression for you there. And once again, loads and loads of room for you to get colouring. Big stamps these. You've got With Love, you've got Dream Big, and there is that die to cut out the main portion of the elephant itself. There's this gorgeous unicorn. Again, wait till we see the demo on that in just a little while. You can really go to town with that. You've got Stand Out, Believe in Yourself, Have a Magical Day, and there again is that gorgeous die to be cutting out the main portion. Yeah, producer Johnny's just said, we're going to go back to Sara, the designer, in just a few moments' time. You've got requests coming in. Yeah, different animals. They want them done before the end of the show. They don't really, or do they? Then you've got this gorgeous butterfly as well. This is your Welcome to the World. And again, we know how much we love our butterflies in craft, but take a look here at how much detail you've got, how much fun you're going to be having with this, whatever your chosen colour medium. There's that die once again, and then you've got loads of lovely sentiments as well. If nothing ever changed, there would be no butterflies. So that's not just me, that's one of the sentiments. I didn't just make that up. 74.95 or 84.75. I think we are now over a quarter of the stock gone on this collection. 74.95, as I say, or 84.75 less your platinum membership, of course. If you're 20% off, it comes down to $59.96 or $67.80. And once again, don't forget that puts you in the bracket of getting extra bonus points as well. If you're spending 25 across the course of this weekend, you get 50 bonus points. Over 50 is 100 bonus points. If you're spending over £75, you'll get 150 extra bonus points. And that starts now. Again, a few of you saying, when does that start then? It starts now. I mean, it doesn't start now. It started earlier. It's happening right now. Runs until the end of play on Sunday. This is the way to get them all at the best deal. If you want to go down the multi-buy route, it is 2 for $27 or 2 for $30 if you're shopping with us in the US. And Born to be Wild is the one which is flying out of the door as far as the individuals are concerned. Keep those comments coming in. There's so much love for this collection already. For Holidays Designs on YouTube, just saying you really need to see these on the big screen to really appreciate the amazing details. Stunning. It is such a great point in that, for the fact that, you know, they look great on the screen, big screen, they're going to look amazing. Wait till you see them in person. You're going to absolutely fall in love with these and love all these new dies. You guys have the greatest ideas, says Dina. I just ordered these, says Teresa. I love all the animals. Sara is an amazing artist. I cannot wait to get them. And Dawn says, Sara K, beautiful work, dear. Well done. Love this set. You are so talented. Get those questions in for Sarah, and I will put the request to her as well in just a few moments' time as to which animals you want to see next. But let's show you what else we've got on the show as far as colouring mediums are concerned. The colour blends. By the way, we've got a Colour Me Happy show coming up later on as well, so if colouring is your thing, make sure you join us for that. These are on a buy 4, you only pay for 3. $74.97 or $104.85 is the deal on those, and I know we're going to be seeing those a little bit later on. If you're a fan of your tri-blends, for example, those are a great addition to go with those. Talking to tri-blends, we have a selection of those for you on the show as well. This is on a while stocks last year. We don't have huge amounts of stocks on your jewel shades. In fact, they are limited stock. There's green on the screen, which means...
They too won't be seen.
Yes, Sara didn't let me down. The natural blends are also limited stock. There's green on the screen, which means...
Ben, crack on.
$17.99 or $17.99. The coastal blends, half the stock has gone. For those, I can't believe she just did that to me. And then we've got the deep blends as well, 24-piece set. I'll show you these in more details in just a bit. I've got boards for those too in case you want to see all of the different colours that you're going to get. $67.99 or $101.95. We've then got your tri-blend brush collections, the Woodland Walk, the ones which Sarah is using right now, $8.99 or $13.45, and then the Winter Holiday as well. That is limited stock. There's green on the screen, which means it's seen what we've seen.
Not doing it.
I know you're not, that's why I did it myself. $14.99 or $16.95. Any two for 27 or... sorry, no, that's referring to the stabs. Yeah. You saw the price. It was $13.45. Thank you. Right. Let us go back to Sara. Getting confused now, and take a look at the next demo, and then we'll return to Sarah and ask her some more questions and see where she's up to. What are you going to be showing us next, Sara?
Tremendous. Yes, I didn't know who was next, me or Sarah.
Yeah.
So, right, I thought we'd do this one because this is a nice, quick and easy one, okay? So if you want to do these lovely kind of artistic stamped effect ones, right, this is what I'm going to show you now. Now, to get a brilliant result with this, what you do want is you want your stamping platform.
Yeah.
So that it does all the work for you, okay? So what I'm going to do here is, I've got the stamping platform. I'm going to pop this down and I'm going to put the 4 corners on here in place, Ben, all right? And then if we get the butterfly stamp out, remember these are all photopolymer, so they're all going to stamp beautifully well.
Yep.
And I'm going to pop the butterfly right in the middle of that point there, right? So it's right in the centre, and then you can come and pick it up onto the actual base stamp here. Now, this is where we're going to do a little bit of colouring, right? So I'm going to go green into this background part here. So I'm using the stamps as though the stamps, I'm using the pens as though they were ink pads on the stamps here.
Okay.
So a little bit of green into these background pieces and into this part here. So we've got all that lovely colour. And then I'm going to go with the lovely heathery shade in the middle, a nice deep purple. And we're going to blend deep purple, because I'm going to spritz this and just kind of give a bit of a hint of colour. You don't need it to be really accurate. I'm going to blend that into the light, medium shade of purple.
It's nice to see this, Debbie. You don't see it that often. I wonder if people are a bit worried about sort of colouring onto their stamps.
Colouring onto the stamps. A lot of people are. Just remember, any water-based product is going to work an absolute treat to do this kind of technique with a sort of an ink pad.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go hot pink on the outside so that we've got the pink there. Just make sure you get plenty of ink on. And then also, if you want it to stamp out and be crisp, like a nice crisp stamped image, Ben, then what you're going to do is you're going to just stamp straight away. Because we want like an ethereal stamped image, what I'm going to do is take a little bit of water and I'm just going to mist over top of it, right, so that I've really got that ink nice and wet. Then I'm going to stamp straight down onto here, right? And then while it's still like that, while it's still wet, I'm going to then spritz it a little bit more, right? So that we've got that ink really moving in the background.
So cool.
Now, while that's wet, what I'm going to do is, actually you might want to check in with Sarah now, because I've got to dry this, right? So it's going to take me a moment, but I'll just get it all dried then.
Can you keep the noise down? I'm just going to check in with...
I can try.
Sarah, loads of lovely questions coming in. Just on the request front, lots of requests next for a tiger. Is that something you could potentially do?
Oh my goodness, I'd love to do a tiger. I like cats, so definitely, yeah, that would be brilliant.
And then on the more, I don't know if bizarre is the right word, but we've also had requests for sharks and alligators. I've never seen sharks or alligators, I don't think, in craft.
Yeah, I've never seen either of those in the craft world. That would be interesting, actually. I feel like it's a bit of a challenge.
Well, yeah, keep the requests coming. Whether or not they happen in the future or not is anyone's guess. But absolutely love all of those, and keep those questions coming in as well. Gillian just saying, please can we take a look at that butterfly? Well, you're seeing it right now with Sara over the other side of the studio. How are we getting on over there?
Oh, excellent. So I've got that dry, Ben.
Yep.
And then all I've done is I've cleaned my stamp up a little bit. So can you see, I actually just dabbed off a little bit of the water because it was a little bit too wet. So you see the stamped image underneath a little bit, but you've got that mix of colour, right? So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in with one of our quick dry inks, and I'm going to stamp with the quick dry black ink, and we're going to stamp it exactly over the top now, okay? So I'm going straight over the top, and now obviously the stamp will be lined up with where we stamped before, because we did that. Oh yes, now you're talking, you see. So you see the beautiful butterfly with all the image behind. Now, what we're then going to do is, I want you to, essentially you're going to do two of these really, because we're going to die cut one out. So if I just bring in the die, put the die over top, this one it'll actually cut the green out, so you're not going to have the green there. But if I take the butterfly and we just position this so that we're going to cut out all around the butterfly, and then I'm going to send that, cut it out, and then just lift up the wings on that card and make it all lovely and three-dimensional.
I love that effect as well. It's such a cool way to do things, isn't it? Because it's nice sometimes to be quite precise with your craft, but I also love like demos like that where you kind of, you know, applying water and seeing what comes out, and you know, next time you stamp it and go again, it will be completely different. It's like achieving a unique effect each and every time you do it, which is just brilliant. And again,
do you know why I like it? Makes me feel like I'm an artist.
Oh well,
it makes me feel like I'm other Sarah, not me. And you know, you don't have to be artistic to get that sort of look, right? Now here we go. So I did one. So there's the base one that I did, and I've just drawn around it a little bit. I've got the next one, and then all I'm going to do is mat and layer this. I've been and got myself some tape pens, you'll be very pleased to hear.
Good work.
Out of the stash drawer. And I'll have a word with that Craig a little bit later.
I'm just going to stick my hand up because I was saying on Wake Up Call the other day that I always stick up for Craig, and Vicky's just gone, so much for Ben sticking up for Craig. I know I did sort of half dob him in it, but also, let me also dob myself in. I did actually borrow a tape pen earlier on, and it is in the green room.
Oh!
And a pair of scissors.
Right, now it's all coming. What have you been doing in the green room with a pair of scissors and a tape pen is what I want to know.
I was cutting my hair, and then I decided I didn't like it, so I stuck it back on again.
You're actually a lot wittier today than you normally are. I like it. What's gotten into you? Do you know what? This is what happens with Ben and a 5 o'clock start.
Hey,
I absolutely love it.
I'm peaking round about now. You wait until Colour Me Happy later on. It won't be you that will be drifting into the colouring coma. That's why we're going to get George in to do an hour later, because I won't be able to cope. I'll do half an hour. We'll get George in for an hour whilst I have a little snooze, and then I'll finish off.
I tell you what, he's half a job today, hasn't he? Half a job.
Half job, Bob. It's Friday. It's Friday. That's what it is. It's Friday.
Oh,
hey,
bless him.
But come on, let's get back to business here and look at this card. This is phenomenal. I love this so much.
Wasn't it nice and easy though?
Yeah.
This is the one I said I was just going to do a nice quick one. I mean, you could do them. You could literally do them all day long. They are just quick and easy, very artistic, fantastic looking cards, and with that lovely depth on them there, with the die cutting that we did.
Yeah, but the point is, like Sara was saying, you know, we've obviously got our artist to my right, but Sara, this is going to come out wrong, but is made to look like an artist with that effect.
Yes, no, it didn't come out wrong. He did very. That is exactly what I was after. I am the first one to admit that I cannot draw for toffee. I am not artistic in like the drawing sense of the word at all. However, I love to do these sort of cards because they make me feel really artistic. Yeah. So all I need all these little cheat techniques. That's what we're here for.
Absolutely.
And join me in Colour Me Happy later tonight, and I'll show you how if you're like me and you're not an artist at all, we've got some fantastic kits to kind of get you started on that journey. Honestly, there's a level for everyone. There is an inner artist inside each one of us. I'm just going to prove it to you.
Brilliant stuff, and that's the point, isn't it, as well, is that if you're watching these shows, of course, if you're subscribing on YouTube, you can choose when you want to watch them, but very quickly, you can get all of the products which are top-notch anyway here, but very quickly, even if you're brand new to this, you can get professional effects. That is the whole point about this, very quickly, like that effect there, for example, easy to follow, easy to do. You can make a card like that very quickly. That could be the first card that you've ever made. You're handing over that to somebody and they're thinking, how on earth did you do that? That must have taken you hours. You know it didn't, but you don't need to tell them that. And that is the point. And again, when you've got beautiful illustration like you've got with this collection, you are absolutely quids in. There's so much love coming in for all of the beautiful artwork here. Lots more requests coming in as well. Beautiful stamps and dies, says Stephanie. Who knew? Talent right under your nose. Thank you for noticing so we could benefit. Paula saying these stamps and dies are beautiful. I'm just dipping my toe in the colouring pond. I only have the aqua blend pencils. I'm tempted to try a few of these. Lots of love coming in. I'll go back to Sarah in a second. There's so many suggestions of what we could come next. We've got a whole zoo going on here in a minute. But over 25, a zoo collection, Johnny, yeah, that's the next one. Over 25% of the stock has gone on your illustrated animal collection. I'll quickly whiz you through the boards once again so you can see all of these. Remember, this is the way to go. If you want to get the full range, if you want the best value for money, there is a multi-buy available for you too, but go for the full collection because guaranteed, again, you'll get one, you'll get a couple, and you'll absolutely love them, and you'll come back and just get them all. So get them all right now whilst you can. This is that gorgeous owl that we saw in Sara's first demo. With each and every one of these, don't forget, you do get that die to cut out the main point of the actual animal itself to give it that 3D effect. Really nice size stamps as well, these, so you can have so much fun. That giraffe, again, just brilliant. You've got Stand Tall and Born to be Wild. Once again, there's that gorgeous die to go with it. This deer, again, is just majestic. Dear friend. Again, there's your die to be able to cut out that main piece there to a dear friend. Be strong and just for you. Here's the irrelevant elephant, and again, look at that, how amazing, all the detailing there around the ears and across the head there. Now, is that an Indian or an African elephant? African, isn't it? Yeah, Africans have the big ears, that's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, good, thank you. Johnny's been really knowledgeable in my ear today.
You said with such surprise.
No, I don't mean like that. He's just coming out with all these like random facts. Yes, I think you'll find. Yes, it's got large ears. Oh, that's what it is. His son's been doing animals at school. That's where we all learn it from. You see, I was spot on my fractions a few weeks ago, only because that's what I was doing with my 9-year-old daughter. Brilliant. Yes, so there is your elephant, African. There is this gorgeous unicorn. What type of unicorn is that, Johnny, by the way?
A magical one.
A what? A magical one. Oh yeah, don't go on about the unicorn party again, whatever you do. Again, absolutely stunning. Believe in yourself, have a magical day, and stand out. Absolutely stunning artwork, and last but by no means least, I mean, this butterfly that we've just seen, love that effect that Sara just showed us again, going to prove that you can do so many things with these stamp and die sets. Get yours now whilst you can, be one of the very first to grab them on today's launch day. $74.95 or $84.75 is the deal, saving $14.99 or $16.95, and of course again you'll get an extra 20% off if you're a platinum member, bringing that down even further, $59.96 or $67.80, and of course you're getting bonus points right across the weekend as well, which we'll recap on more in just a little while. Let's go back to Sara, and as we're chatting, I'll throw some more of the animals that you're throwing Sara's way. Interesting question which came in, and this was kind of put to both of you, but I'll ask you, Sara. So Lainey wants to know, how did you decide which animals to do for the collection? Because it's quite a mix. She's pointing out 2 are exotic, and then you've obviously got the unicorn in there, which is sort of magical, if you like. So how did you come about choosing the animals that were going to go in the collection?
That's actually not me.
Oh.
But I did all of the drawing and everything, but it was the lovely Leanne, or the creative team, who actually decided which particular animals to use, which is actually good for me because there's obviously a lot of animals, and I would have been really struggling to pick one in particular or a collection. So yeah.
Yes, I can speak to that because, you know, our market research team do hours, months of extensive market intel research to understand popularity trends of different animals within the craft sector.
What?
Yep. And then Leanne probably picks her favourites.
That's what I thought.
And sends a list over to Sarah and says, oh, I really fancy an elephant. Do you know, unicorns, we always love a good unicorn. We have to have a butterfly in because you know us, and then it'll be like, oh, and do you know what? The giraffe idea, I think that was somebody in the office said, we never see giraffes.
No.
I love giraffes, absolutely love giraffes. I mean, look at Sarah's image there that she's colouring. Come on, how incredible is that? Is this the one we're going to be giving away, Sarah?
Yeah, I think we'll give this one away because I think I'll actually manage to finish this one.
Will you sign it as well?
Of course I will.
So you'll sign it, yeah?
I will.
Absolutely brilliant. What I wanted to know as well, obviously we're just seeing you colouring in here. How do you, how do you go about actually drawing these? Is it all like pen to paper? Do you do it like on a tablet now? How does it all work?
With my previous collection, I actually started those out by drawing them with my outliner pens, the fine liners. With this one, I went straight onto my iPad on a couple of my different apps, and I'll sketch them out on my iPad with a little pencil tool, and then I'll just make them all nice and crisp so that they can be used as stamps.
And how long does it take you to do it?
Oh goodness. I'd say per image it probably took me around 3 hours, 4 hours to really perfect the whole thing as a whole.
Absolutely brilliant, and it's great, as I say, to have you here in the studio as well, and watching you colour in that giraffe. We are giving that away. It has been decided that is the one, and we'll get Sarah to sign it as well. So if you want to win it, make sure you get commenting. Let us know which is your favourite animal within the collection. Oh, by the way, I didn't say what other things we wanted to see. So we've had requests for Jan wants to see penguins, polar bears, kangaroos. Susan wants to see a dragonfly and a bear. Pamela wants to see a peacock, and Malia wants to see a dragon.
Amazing. I think I definitely need to do a bear and what was it? Peacock?
Peacock.
Yeah, a peacock.
Dragon, dragon, do a dragon.
Dragon.
We need a dragon. New series of Dragon's Den comes out like 2 weeks' time. We need a new dragon.
Yes.
Nice little plug. So there we go. We'll keep Sarah busy. Thank you for all of the animals she now knows she's got to draw. And make sure, I tell you what, you check out your carts, check out your baskets. We'll give you time to do that right now whilst we have a look at this little video, which will tell you more about Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. Become a member of our club today.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, during that last video there, loads of you are now checking out your baskets. I know what's happening here. It's one of those shows where you're so engrossed in all of the demos, you're so engrossed in like all of the colouring, and the fact that we've got Sara and Sara both colouring and doing demos, it's like double engrossment, if that's even a sentence. But you've all been watching and now you've gone, oh, hang on a minute, there's a break. I can check out my baskets. So now is the time to do that. If you haven't, 33% of the stock has gone, a third of that stock has gone. Loads of you are going for this deal. So do not miss out. We obviously want you to sit and watch and enjoy all of the demos, but we also want to make sure that you get your hands on those goodies as well. Remember, if you can't stretch to the full collection today, or maybe there's just a particular animal that you've got a favourite of, you can go for the individuals. There you go, details on your screen there individually, or any two for 27 or 30. It's a really great weekend to buy as well, of course, because you're getting bonus points. If you're spending £25, you're getting an extra 50 bonus points. If you're spending over 50, you're getting 100 bonus points. And if you're spending over 75, 150 bonus points. So a great way to be able to move up the Club Inspire table, if you like, and then you're going to be saving more as you go along. So it's a great weekend to be buying, and what a great collection to go for too. And also, if you're brand new to us, imagine having this as your first collection with all of the different things that you're able to do. And literally in the first 55 minutes or so, we have just scratched the surface of some of the things that you are able to achieve with this collection. So grab it now as you can. So we've had a look at the giraffe, we've seen the butterfly, we've seen the owl. Where are you going to take us next in your crafty zoo?
I'm going to go with the deer. And we're going to do a card to a dear friend. So I think that's a lovely sentiment. What I will say with these, okay, and I said this at the beginning, bear in mind, because we are very, very lucky to have such detailed artwork, you don't want to lose that detail when you stamp. So what we've done is we've actually taken the plunge, even though the price of these, they're priced as though they are acrylic stamps, we've actually done these as very, very detailed photopolymer stamps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this. This is the card that I'm going to be showing you just over here, actually. So you can see there. But what I'm going to show you, Ben, can you see the depth that you've got around those deer's eyes?
Yes.
Right? We've achieved that with colour blend pencils. So I'm going to show you, you know how I said earlier that I'm not an artist, but I can show you all the cheap ways to make me look like an artist, because I've picked them up over the last 15 years. That's what this next technique is. So let me show you, right? I'm going to use some of the tri-blend pens, but I'm going to go nice and quick and easy, right? So in the middle of the deer, I'm going to colour in the middle. Let's just go straight up the middle. So I'm going to go up the middle of the deer with one bit like this. Let's have a little look. I'm going to come into his ears. So I'm not doing the kind of 3 blend different shades. All I'm doing is I'm just coming with the kind of, you want to be careful when you take your tops off your pens like that. I'm just coming in with the kind of nice simple shades as we go. So let's have a look. Oh, I've got my earth brown shades here, Ben, and I need my earth brown blend. Let's have a look. Is it down here?
Pens, it's probably
Here it is. It is. No, it's not Craig. This one is. I'll let you off. It was our Jake. Messing around with me pens.
Oh, Jake.
Oh, Jake.
God, Jake.
Yep. Right. So, you know, normally you'd see this, Ben, and I'd be doing all of this bit here.
Yeah.
And I'd be doing it with the 3 different shades.
Absolutely.
I'm not. I'm just colouring it all in one. Right? So I'm colouring it all with a single shade, so that what you're going to end up with is we're going to be able to put a little bit more depth in here. So instead of me doing all of this kind of colouring when I'm just doing the flat colouring, Ben, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to the one that I've done the flat colouring on, right? Okay. So it's just going to be flat colouring. There's the one where I flat coloured the whole thing, right? Now, this is where we're going to use our colour blend pencils. So how colour blend pencils work, okay, is you're going to take a deeper shade of what you've got on. So for example, with that brown one there, I'm coming in with this deeper shade. I've got a little bit of maple here, and actually, I think I want a bit of espresso as well. Do you know I haven't got my espresso? Oh my word. Right, you're going to have to go and talk to Sarah while I go and get my box of colour blend pencils out.
Okay, brilliant.
Do you know what?
Yes.
He hasn't got his espresso.
Go on. I'll take over.
I found it.
Oh, hang on. No, she's found it. You have got it.
I found it. It was just with a different demo. So I'll let right.
Unless it jumps out and hits you in the face.
I know.
It's not there.
That's exactly what I do. Do you know, every time I do this and then we blame Craig, do you know what happens 99% of the time? It's just in a different cubby hole to where I last put it. At least I'm big enough and ugly enough to admit that, right? Right. Are you ready for the Sara cheat way?
Yes.
Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of the blending solution.
Yes.
Right. I'm going to pour it into the lid. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, right, are you ready? So I'm going to add my blending solution here, right, or I'll put it right up there, out the way, Ben, right? So, espresso, dark shade, and I'm going to come right round where you would want that depth. Now, some people like to do 3D colouring to start with, so they like to use the different shades of their pencils,
yes,
and then add this depth around. I'm just going to do it all as one. So I'm going to come all in one, and then I'm going to use that lovely blending fluid. I'm going to do half of it so you can watch kind of on half of it.
Brilliant. And you've answered Gilmore's question because she was asking whether or not you can use the blending solution over the colour blends when you colour over the alcohol markers.
Yes.
Which is great. And also, if you haven't got blending solution, is there other items that you can use or not? You're best obviously going to that, aren't you?
You're definitely best. I'll see if you can get even closer up here, by the way, while I'm doing this. You're definitely better. The blending solution is perfect. If you want to try this at home and you're out of blending solution, because I think we're out of stock of it at the moment as well, right? You can try and use a little bit of like Johnson's baby oil, something like that, right? You could use a little bit of that, and it doesn't quite work just as well, but it does still work. It does still give you the kind of the effect. Look at that. Can you see how it now looks like it's in like high definition?
Just about to say, take sort of not standard, but you know what I mean, standard definition to like HD, doesn't it?
Total
it
HD.
Makes it, total HD.
So in the corner, little bit of the blending solution on here.
Yeah.
And then what the blending solution does is it emulsifies the wax. So now we've got that. I mean, look at that. Plain here, emulsified wax here. Yeah. Loads more exciting, right?
Doesn't sound so great, does it? Wax here.
Emulsified wax here. Right. So all I'm going to do, Ben, is I'm going to do the same. As long as you can see what I'm doing, I'm going to add that little bit of depth all the way around on everything.
So again, great, all of these hints and tips. So if you have already got your tri blends, then of course your colour blends are another great addition to go for as well. We do have those on the show for you, as you can see there. $74.97 or $104.85 is the deal on those, and you're basically getting 4 for the price of 3. Just to say as well, there's a few people asking. So I'll just kind of cover it all off. A lot of people a few people getting confused with the dies. So the dies cut out so with the deer, for example, here, the die for the deer cuts out the deer's head. So it's all of the dies cut out a portion of each of the animals. So it's the same effect that you can achieve, because a lot of people are going, oh, is it just the die with the owl? For some reason, I don't know why, but is it just the die with the owl? No, it's all of them. You get a die which cuts out a portion of each of them. I'll show you again on the boards in just a little bit, but it's that same sort of layered effect that you can achieve with all of the stamps and dies within the collection as well, which is brilliant. Thank you for these awesome techniques that make us professional looking, says Jean Cudworth on Facebook.
My pleasure, Jean. My absolute pleasure. As I learn the tips and tricks, I promise I'll share them with you guys.
That's it. That's what we're here for. Gillian Barron on YouTube saying, Sara's given me new ideas in my stamping journey. Always up for new ideas. Absolutely love these animal stamps coming with the matching die, says Hannah-Law. Opens up so many possibilities to be creative. And Stephanie just saying, wouldn't it be wonderful to get a signed finished piece from the artist herself? If I was so fortunate, I would have to frame it in a shadow box. There is a lot of excitement about this. Sarah's so gifted, says Tall Lady on YouTube. Thank you for sharing with us. And just to reiterate again, sorry, I know you've already touched on this, but Left-Handed Crafter is asking, I want to know if the stamps are photopolymer. Does anyone know?
Yes, they are. With any detailed stamps like this, we're up. Anything where you need to be able to see that detail, guys, trust us when I say we've got your back covered. Where you need photopolymer, we go the extra mile and make them in photopolymer.
Kimberly's asking, would glycerine work for blending?
No, it wouldn't. It's a completely different. It's a completely different necessity. It's a completely different thing. That is for increasing the open time on a watercolour product, right? We are working here with a wax-based product, so it's a completely different kind of feel to all of that. Look at the depth that we've got in them. Not being funny, Ben, but like, I'm absolutely loving my own artwork. You know what I mean? You know, in them moments where I get really, really pleased with myself. In fact, watch this, right? So I'm going to do one half of it, and then you'll see just how awesome one half looks and how plain the other half looks. And you know when I get really happy with myself, I'm
I
like,
know,
yes.
Sara just said you wouldn't have seen, she sort of stood back, and she's obviously seeing on her screen what you're seeing now. She sort of stood back and sort of did a little approving nod as if to say, yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
That is exactly, in my head, that is exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, I'm pretty good here.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that, come on. Plain, colour blend pencil. It's just
demo.
about knowing these tricks, but I'm so pleased. If I was a really advanced artist, I probably wouldn't get too excited. Like Sarah's probably looking and thinking, what's she all excited about? However, because in my head I'm just this beginner colourist, right? Who I've got all the gear, sometimes the idea, and I'm picking up the idea as over the last 15 years. I'm picking up all these ideas, and then I get the privilege of literally going on TV all over the world and teaching people all these little tricks that I've learned on how they can make their artwork look awesome. I mean, come on. That looks like I'm a proper artist there. Sarah's drawn it. I'm passing it off as my own artwork because I've put it in.
Yeah.
It's absolutely brilliant. And then all you're going to do, right, so if I show you the die with this one, whoever was asking about the dies, you see, put the die over top of there, and all it's going to do is cut you out the actual deer, so that the deer, this bit comes underneath. So again, I've coloured one in so that you guys can see what one looks like coloured. By the way, do you want to see high definition, low definition?
Oh, yes. Here we go.
Yeah.
That's it. Right there.
That is alcohol pen coloured. That is made into high definition with your colour blend pencils on the top. That's why you all need colour blend pencils in your life.
Absolutely, and if that is not a great demonstration to show you why these two are a perfect partner, I don't know what is. If you want to go for the colour blend pencils, I have got them here. Hang on, I'll quickly show you them. 4 tins you're going to get. I shan't open these up because I know they will. Well, yeah, Johnny, they will all fall out. But I know Sara's nicked a few for demos over that side. But listen, here's your colour chart. So you're basically going to get your tin of essentials and florals. So a whole host of gorgeous colours. Again, great day to get these today. The fact that you're saving $24.99 or $34.95. So there's your essentials, and then you've also got your florals as well. On top of that, you are going to get your naturals. And then you're going to get your, which one haven't I mentioned? It is your primaries. So 24 in each of those tins. And again, super if you've already got your tri-blends and you're wanting to go from that kind of, as we said, sort of standard definition into that high definition. And you've seen again how easy it is to achieve. I was going to say it's like a cheat's way of doing it. It's not really, is it? It's just great to have all of these amazing pens and pencils at your disposal to turn you from someone who's brand new to this to sort of professional level very, very quickly indeed. And honestly, the effects that you can achieve are fantastic. That was a great demonstration as to why the colour blends are a perfect partner to go with your tri-blends. $74.97, $104.85. And remember, even better this weekend to buy those because you do get those bonus points as well. Spend over 50 is 100 extra bonus points. Spend over 75, 150 extra bonus points. And that runs right across the weekend as well. So a really great time to shop. Just to quickly, again, have a look at the boards. And I know Sara reiterated again about the whole way that this works. So you've got all of the stamps and dies included in the main bundle, and with each of those, as you've seen, you get that die which cuts out a portion. So with the owl, yes, it cuts out the main portion here, as you can see, the head and the wing detail to give you that sort of 3D effect. So again, it just makes it super, super handy. And that die effect you've got running right throughout this collection. So that one there is your Rahoot. Why, thank you. Then you've got this gorgeous giraffe as well. Don't forget, we'll check in with Sara again in just a few moments' time. This is the one that she's currently working on, Born to be Wild. If you've ever wanted a giraffe in your craft, then this is the one to go for. And actually, I'm so pleased to know this is the most popular within the individuals. It's a really, really unique piece of artwork, and it's gorgeous. I just think, that's just going to be great. Whether you're just using this for a piece of, home decor, or if you're using it on a card, loads of people are going to absolutely love that one. Here is the deer that we just saw a few moments ago with Sara, a dear friend. I didn't tell you, producer Johnny again was going, oh, that one looks like a springbok, or is that more of a gazelle? I mean, seriously, he has been doing a lot of swatting up in the animal world. But there is that gorgeous deer once again, with that die to be able to bring that head out to the forefront there and make that really stand out. To a dear friend, be strong and just for you. There's this glorious elephant, which I know we will see in action before the end of the show. Without love, life would be irrelevant. With love and dream big. And then this unicorn again, lots of love for this, I know individually too. Absolutely gorgeous. Stand out. Believe in yourself and have a magical day. And then finally, it wouldn't be complete really, would it, without a gorgeous butterfly. And again, such a big size, so much detail in there too. And if you missed the demo a little bit earlier on with Sara using this, make sure you check back, rewatch the show. I'd say about half an hour in or so. It was absolutely brilliant. That completes the full collection. £74.95 or £84.75 is the deal, saving £15 or £16.95. And over a third of the stock has now gone. As I mentioned, if you want to go for these individually, you can do, and they are on a multi-buy for you as well. So if you want to dip your toe in the water, you can do that. $14.99 or $16.95 individually, or any two for $27 or $30. And again, just to show you some of the finished samples here that I've got over this side of the studio, they are phenomenal, just lending themselves to so many different occasions. Look at that gorgeous unicorn as well. I know Sara's looking forward to getting that one demoed, and then this elephant as well. Are you kidding me? Dream big. How gorgeous is that? Just absolutely beautiful. Something for every occasion, I think, as far as the artwork is concerned with this. And then just again to show you, I know we saw this in the last demo there, but that deer absolutely gorgeous, using one of the paper pads that we had on the show yesterday, actually. $14.99 or $16.95 individually, or any two for $27 or any two for $30. Let's go back over to Sara and see how you're getting on. How are you getting on with the giraffe?
I think he's almost done. I'm just going to finish off his little hearts on his head and down the bottom there. And I think I might colour in a couple of the little hearts on his face. And
wow, that's amazing. Just tell us, what have you been using to colour in your giraffe over the course of the last hour or so?
I'm using my current favourites, which are the tri-brand brush tips.
Yeah.
I just love them. They're just so easy and you can just really relax with it. And the brush tips are just gorgeous to work with, especially for things like this. If you've got, for the owl, the wings,
yeah,
it's perfect for that. It's really good.
And I know we're not allowed to have favourites, but if you were asked that question, you had to name a favourite within this collection. I mean, what was your favourite to design? What was your favourite to draw?
Oh, that's a hard question. I probably would say the giraffe, just because it's such a different animal to be drawing. I've never drawn a giraffe before, actually. This is the first time I've drawn a giraffe. I can say that.
Yeah, there we go. It's an exclusive. The first, and as I say, the first giraffe I think that I've seen in craft as well. And it is absolutely brilliant. Do you get a lot of time to sort of craft and draw for yourself at home as well, or do you find you're too busy doing stuff for us?
I have a 2-year-old son.
Oh, that's no then.
I don't get too much time, but whenever I get some spare time, I do sit and draw. And if I'm out and about in nature or go for a walk or anything, then I do tend to take a lot of pictures so that I can go home and draw.
So that's how you do it then, is it sort of like, I mean, obviously you haven't been out and just seen a giraffe around here in the northeast, well you might have done, but is that what you do generally though, take pictures and then draw from the photographs?
Yeah, a lot of the time when me and my husband go to the Lake District a lot. So before lockdown and everything, we'd go to the Lake District, we'd find lots of different wildlife, different types of, obviously the scenery is amazing.
Yeah.
And I would get a lot of inspiration from just being out and about and taking photos, and then I can use those as references for when I've got ideas of my own.
It's just brilliant. And is your son old enough yet to appreciate your amazing artwork, or not really?
He appreciates my ink pots, actually, the sparkle ink pots, which I have to keep out of his reach because he finds them amazing, because they do the little, when you shake them.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's trying his best to start drawing. He scribbles, so
Yeah.
we'll make an artist out of him yet.
Well, I tell you what, he's got a good mum to follow in the footsteps of, certainly. And it's great to hear all about that. Any more questions that you want to fire Sarah's way before we disappear? Make sure you get those in on the socials, Facebook and YouTube. And don't forget, if you have just joined us, Sarah, the artist, is the designer of the amazing illustrations that you're getting within this set, and that giraffe that she's working on just now, we are going to be giving it away. She's going to sign it for you as well. One of you will be winning that piece of artwork, which is just amazing. C Turner on YouTube just saying, Sarah, it would be wonderful to win your colouring. I love giraffes and would make a priceless birthday present, which is tomorrow. Also a great way to start spring. Well, C Turner, happy birthday for tomorrow, and I'll keep my fingers crossed for you that you get picked out of the hat. And Tansy Pansy on YouTube says, oh my word, just when you think you couldn't love giraffe any more than you already do, this beauty comes along. Absolutely beautiful artwork. The giraffe is stunning. I think I've always loved giraffes, and actually I think it was last year we went to Safari Park, and it was one of the first animals that we popped along to, and my daughter and son absolutely love them. The giraffes are just amazing. Did I hear we've got some pictures of giraffes coming in?
Yeah, do you know who's been emailing the studio with pictures of giraffes?
I wonder. You've been emailing in the studio?
I've been emailing the studio with pictures of giraffes. I've emailed the studio with some pictures. So yes, they'll get them ready and show you them a little bit later. My sister bought Oliver a giraffe feeding experience for his Christmas present 2 years ago.
Amazing.
And we went and fed the giraffes. And I don't know about Oliver, but I was like, take the carrots, giraffes, take the carrots. It was awesome.
Must have been a big ladder.
Picture. So it's like a special pen where we're up a height and you feed them and they bend over. This is brilliant.
What do they eat?
Well, they eat carrots.
Do they?
They had a lot of carrots. Lot of carrots. Yeah, you'll see. And they have funny looking tongues. They have like grey tongues.
Yeah, grey tongues.
And they come right out like this. You feed them.
What do they do again?
You'll see when you see the pictures, and they'll be
I don't want to see the pictures. I just want to see you keep doing that now.
You have to give them time to get the picture. I've literally just emailed them. They have to go through the magical interweb and then arrive in lovely direct to Charlotte's computer. Right, apparently we've got a joke, Ben. Did you hear about the race between the giraffe and the ostrich?
No.
It was neck and neck. Yeah, I promise I'm going to do some work now. Unicorns. Should we do some unicorns? Do you
Move on swiftly from that effort. I tell you, it's worse than one of mine.
Here's my card. I love how you cut away from me where I just finished my colouring in, didn't get a chance to finish my card. Here is the finished card so that you can see what it looks like when it's all finished off and how fabulous it is going to look. So, and that is the detail that you get when you do all of that colouring with the colour blend pencils on there. Now, for this card here, by the way, anyone who's wanting to make it, let's have a little look. I did make a note. So, if you want to do this sort of shaped card, what you're going to get is 11.5 inches wide by 7.5 inches tall, right? And then you're going to score at 2 inches and 3 inches. And then the same 2 inches and 3 inches from that side. And then can you see, you just make sure you lie it flat for where you stick this at the two edges, so that it'll, when it opens up, it still bends up, but it's going to still go flat to go in the envelope.
Okay.
So that's the size of card that you want to do that basic card. But it's all about the colouring today, so it's really been about the colouring. So should I start cracking on with my unicorn? So I'm absolutely loving the unicorn, okay? So I've already stamped the unicorn, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come and just I'm going to blend the two pieces. So I'm going to go from purple into like an aquamarine. So I've got the orchid here, and all I'm going to do, Ben, is use that lovely detailed fine nib to get right in underneath there, and we're coming in dark, blending right through. So while that's there, I'm going to come in with where's my little paint pot of water? Yep. And I'm going to just blend all that right out. Look, can you see? We're just blending that right down so that it's deep, but we're getting it coming to very, very light. Yep. So we've got that light going into light there.
Yeah.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to come with a little bit of aquamarine, and I'm going to do the same again. So I'm going to come right into the very, very tips here and use it. So I'm using the pen into the tips, Ben, so that you've got real control over that there. And then when we get this into here like this, and let's have a little look. I think we might bring a little bit round here as well. And then I'm going to do exactly the same and just drag that colour out with the slightly damp brush.
20%, by the way, of your tricolour collection has gone of the back in stock. 38 or 57 is the deal on this, and we are throwing in a free wallet, marker wallet, so you've got somewhere to store them all. That on its own is worth $11.99 or $16, so definitely worth going for today. Great that they're back in stock, and great that you're absolutely loving this collection already. Do you want some questions as well, Sarah, whilst you're colouring? Because there's quite a few have just come in.
Oh, go on then. I can try.
Okay. So you know you were doing your blending earlier on with your tri-blends and your colour blends.
Yeah.
Mandy Doodlehands, one of my favourite surnames. Mandy Doodlehands says, could you blend the metallic pencils the same way?
The metallic, yes, you absolutely could. I mean, you don't really need to, because, let's have a little look. I'm just going to check what colour I'm doing here.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Slate or bark? Slate or bark? Slate or bark? What do you think, slate or bark?
Slate.
Slate. You think slate, do you? Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll go with slate then.
I thought you were going to say we're going bark then. Yeah, exactly, Johnny. Always choosing the other
well,
one.
why don't we do a little bit of a mix of the two?
Yeah.
Right? So we'll do a bit of slate and a bit of bark.
Bit of slark.
Bit of slark.
Yep.
And I'm just bringing a little bit of colour in because I'm going to wash this out round here as well.
So yes to the metallics is what we're saying. And also, Jean wants to know, so reference to the pencils, what is the difference between the colour blend and the aqua blend?
Right, one is water-based.
Yes.
And one is wax-based.
Yes.
So the colour blend are your wax-based ones. So it's exactly the same, if you think about it, your tri-blend pens and your aqua blend pens, right? So one of them is water-based and one of them is alcohol-based. Now, your colour blend pencils aren't alcohol-based, but they're a different property, right? So they behave in completely different ways. So whereas I'm blending all of this out, can you see? So that was with a little bit of slate. We'll do a little bit of bark coming down the, oh no, I'm quite liking the slate. A little bit coming down here, can you see? And then if you want to add a little bit more depth of colour, you just add it in with a slightly darker one and you can blend them down again. Yeah, I'm struggling to talk and craft, as you've probably realised, Ben. Yeah.
The great thing as well, though, about the tricolour, sorry, I was just looking through the boards over here, of course, is the fact that you'll get the 3 different colours within each pen. So you get 12, don't you, within the set, but then you're actually getting 12 markers, but then you're getting 9, 18, 36, isn't it? That's
Did you have to just do...
No.
Oh, my word. Our Charlie, my 4-year-old, is doing these 12 times tables. Did you really just have to do that?
No, because I was multitasking. So Johnny was sort of half talking. I was just looking at some questions which were just popping up as well. So I was
Johnny talking.
He was. I think he must have. He was just talking in my earpiece. I think he must have just.
Oh right. Just talking to you, not talking to me, was he not? Right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
But anyway, what I was saying is that you within each of the pens you've got the kind of like the complementary colours. So again, if you're not quite sure about what blends with what, that is the great thing about the tricolour, is that you've got all these colour families for you. So it makes life really, really simple. Oh, by the way, producer Johnny is running the Good Ship Craft today, and Charlotte.
I've never heard you say that before. I quite like that. It's got me tickled. That running the Good Ship Craft.
Oh no, yeah, it's one of my little things, you know. One of my little catchphrases that everybody loves, like the green on the screen thing that everyone joins in with all the time.
All the time.
Well, most of the time. Yes, and Charlotte's on the joystick and the buttons today as well, getting you these great close-up shots, and that's what we can do. You see, get you right in on the action. It's almost like Sarah's got like a camera on her head.
It is almost like Sarah's got a camera on her head, almost.
Producer Johnny's going, back in the day, that's what we used to do before we had these new studios. We used to stick a camera on her head.
We did.
Bit of gaffer tape it on her head.
You know what he used to do back in the day? He used to have me mobile phone.
Yeah.
And he used to literally stand with me mobile phone for 2 hours while I would yabber on there and say, come and get a looking close at this. And he used to be bent right over us. And I used to say, watch, you don't get a boob shot, mind.
What used to make me laugh then when we moved to sort of like the old studio was because we had that sort of camera sort of almost like taped to the ceiling, and then when you used to lean into shot too much and you always used to complain, oh, you can see me roots, you can see me roots.
I was always like, get off there, watch them roots. More than the director's lives are worth, wasn't it? Get the root shots in.
Root cam, get it off.
That's what they used to call it, root cam.
Yeah.
Hey, we've come so far, Benny boy, haven't we? We've come so far.
We have come so far. We were chatting this morning as we were just bashing out a quick 10k post 6 a.m. saying about how far we're going to go. 10k this morning. We was thinking like, wonder where 10k will take Crafters TV, and then the next 10k, and then the next 10k. Where we're going to go in the future. We were mapping it all out. We were planning world domination this morning whilst running our 10k.
Well, actually, Ben was planning. Because Ben's a lot faster than I am. So
a lot faster.
I'll make up for it in willpower.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, Ben, we are getting up at 5:30 in our separate households and driving to meet up to then go for a morning run. And so that's me. And then when we get there, Ben's like, come on, we can do this. And he's right, we can do this.
We can, yeah. I let you off a little bit this morning, actually. I don't think I was as
You did let me off a little bit.
On you
do you know I've been struggling to walk all day though? I feel like a right old lady.
There you go.
Yeah, I have really struggled today. So
You're welcome.
Nice.
You're welcome.
Right, let's have a little look. So I've got this coloured in nicely.
Yes.
Right. So I've done my colouring. I've got my unicorn coloured. Can you see? This is why I love watercolour. You can never get that lovely blending and shading with your alcohol pen. Well, you can, but you've got to be really, really good at it.
Yeah.
I'm not that really, really good at it, being totally honest. Watch what I'm going to do for this one, though. I've just die cut a little circle of the watercolour card.
Yes.
Right?
We've got that on the show, by the way, if you need to.
Oh, yeah, you absolutely need the watercolour card, by the way, folks. Absolutely need it. And then watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to bring in one of my stamping mats. Now, I only want the clouds, right? So I'm going to pop this on here. And then because you can use these really accurately, watch this, Ben, I'm going to just colour in the actual clouds and not the rest of the unicorn.
Oh, clever.
So we can have just the clouds in the background, and then we can get that lovely kind of watercolour-y effect with them.
Yeah.
So there's the clouds going around the background, and then actually I'll get these ones round here as well. And then when we put our unicorn on there, he'll have kind of something that he's sitting on. He or she? I think unicorns are he's or she's.
I always think she.
Do you?
What do you think?
I think he could be either, couldn't he?
Oh. It could be either, but I always think... Yeah.
Sarah, did you draw a boy girl unicorn or a girl unicorn?
I'm going to go with girl, actually, because I keep saying boy for all of them. Like the giraffe, little boy. And
So she's a girl.
yeah, I'm sure I've seen a lot of giraffes on my son's little vests. So yeah,
On his
it might
what?
be a little boy thing. On
his
his
vest?
little vests.
Yeah. They are really, really big, aren't they, on kids' clothes. Giraffes are massive for baby stuff, actually. It's a great idea, any of you need to make a load of baby
I'm
cards.
surprised they can get the giraffes on the baby clothes, because the giraffes are quite big, aren't they? I'm surprised they can fit it all onto the...
Yeah, surprising that, Ben, surprising. Right, look at that. So now all I've done is I've just used that lovely concept of that 3D cloud or
That's
whatever
great.
on there perfectly, right? Because I'm not going to use the clouds at all on this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come and take that little, what do you call it? Die. I'm going to pop the die over top of here, Ben.
Yeah.
Get that all die cut out, and then I'm going to layer it up. And do you know what we're going to do? Because I haven't done one for a couple of weeks.
What?
A Sara special Z fold card.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
It's been longer
'cause
than a couple of weeks. I haven't
It
seen
does,
one of
but
those
I
for
haven't done one
ages.
for a while. I do love a good Sara special Z fold card. You guys that don't watch me all the time, I do love to do a Z fold card. It's one of my favourites.
Absolutely.
It's one of them ones that looks really impressive when you don't have to be overly talented to absolutely nail it.
There's a bit of a theme running on this today about, being able to nail it and not having to, be overly talented.
That's pretty much exactly where we're at. Totally. Right. So let's have a little look. So there's my unicorn. Now, if you want your unicorn to have a little bit of depth around him, you can always, we could always put like a little bit of, a little bit of aquamarine on there, build that up on there, and we can always just add a little bit of colour around the outside. Someone was asking before about glycerin.
Oh, yes.
This is when you're going to add a little bit of glycerin onto your this here,
Right.
to make the open time of the ink a little bit longer. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that ink onto here again. Let's have a look. I need a little bit more. Where was it? It was the aquamarine, wasn't it? Here we go.
Oh.
A little bit of aquamarine on there. Pick a little bit more up, and then just drop a little bit of it onto here. It's a
By
little
the
bit
way,
hard.
just a bit of knowledge whilst you're just doing that. Tansy Pansy on YouTube says male unicorns have brown manes. Lol.
Oh, I tell you what. Hey, if it doesn't, Tansy Pan, you want to come and get a job here?
Yeah.
Our Johnny would appreciate a bit of help in the gallery on this on this Stato stuff.
I'm surprised he didn't know that with all the facts he's been coming out with today.
I know, I'm very surprised.
Yeah.
He needs to up his game, doesn't he?
Come on, Johnny, sharpen it up, for goodness sake.
Right.
Ever since the unicorn... Did you hear about the unicorn farm, Sara?
What? What are you on about?
I think... Is it... where is that clip? Is it... Oh, it's on the Crafters TV page. Craig was asking about unicorn farms. I was saying they do unicorn parties now for children, don't they? And he was asking whether or not it was like real unicorns at these particular farms. And you'll have to watch. It's not very funny when I explain it, but I was sort of saying, I think he was thinking that it was like two blokes would get into like a unicorn costume and then sort of walk around this farm pretending to be a unicorn. And I had to explain to him that that's not the way it happens. Hey? It's not particularly funny the way I've described it at all. But you have to watch the clip. It was, producer Johnny, it was funny. Thank you for backing me up.
Yeah, thanks for giving him that backup, because the rest of us were wondering a little bit.
Yeah, anyway, thanks,
Yes.
Johnny. Yeah, moving swiftly on. We have got some questions coming in.
Right,
for,
I can definitely answer questions while I'm sticking, because I don't have to concentrate.
They were coming in for Sarah, actually.
Oh, of course they were. Of course they were. Well, you can talk to Sarah, while I'm sticking.
Okay.
I'm not offended at all.
Well, let me ask you one question then, which Stephanie's asked. Sara.
Sarah.
What paper are you using? Is Sara using watercolor paper? Read the question
Yes,
then.
absolutely. So I use watercolour paper when I was doing the watercolour technique here. If that is a question that you asked that Ben just didn't see while I was doing the colour blend pencils, just in case, for the colour blend pencils you want to be using your Nina or your alcohol pen colouring cardstock.
Okay, and then I will read this question out as I first read it, but I now know what this question means, but I'll read it as I read it in my head. So Mariah wants to know, Sarah, what is her name again? So Sarah K, and I read this as, does the artist have an IG page? And I was thinking to myself, what is an IG page? IG? An IG page? No. Does the artist, Sarah, do you have an Instagram page?
I do, yes. It's I think there's a slight difference between my Facebook page and my Instagram page, but it's called Sketched by SK, so you'll be able to find it by that.
Sketched by SK.
Yeah.
That's what we call the handle.
The handle.
As well.
Oh, Ben's going through Instagram training, folks.
Yeah.
While we were running today.
Oh, Sara should.
He wanted to do a little video. So we were running up the street, and he's like, "Oh, come on!" I was like, "No, Ben, it's this way for Instagram." And then somehow he's managed to post a video that's this size on a phone this size. That's this big.
I did loads of funny little bits on it though.
You did really good. Do you know? I was really impressed.
I put the little flashy things on, little 10k flashy things.
You did?
On it. But what made me laugh was I put it up there because I didn't realise if you put a longer video up, it puts it into sections, and you put all the stuff up, and then it moves to the next screen, and all the stuff disappears. So you have to put it up. So then I posted it, and then Sara reposted it. But what I really laughed most about that is you put on it, turn sound on.
Yes. Because they need to hear what you're saying.
I'm learning.
He did so well, folks. He did really, really well.
Thank you.
Right, are we absolutely digging the unicorn? Because I am absolutely loving the unicorn. Can I just say, right? So this is why you're going to absolutely go, if you just want to multi-buy them. Fair enough, right? However, you tell me which ones you aren't going to choose, because you absolutely have to have.
Yes.
You totally have to have the unicorn, okay? I mean, that gorgeous owl. There is absolutely no stopping it. You have to have the owl.
Absolutely.
The owl's fabulous, right?
Yep.
Sarah did the giraffe, and I just think the giraffe is just so stand tall. What a fantastic sentiment, especially at the moment as well, isn't it?
The best
you need
one.
the giraffe, right? I declare any of you who are not going to get the butterfly, right? We cannot possibly launch a range and you don't get the butterfly, because they're all different and you need them, right? The deer, how fabulous was the deer to colour with those colour blend pencils? Who's not going to be getting the deer? And then we haven't even had a chance to, but I can squeeze the elephant in next if you want.
Yes.
So come on, elephant. Do you want me to do elephant with the colour blend pencils or with the aqua blend pencils? So you know the aqua blend, the colour blend pencils or the aqua pens?
Oh, are you asking me, or is that a question for everybody?
I'm asking you.
Oh.
What, and I'm going to actually go with what you say, which is really what producer Johnny says in your ear that you have to tell us. That's code for
Aqua.
aqua. Is that really what Johnny said, or are we making that up?
No, that's what I said. I mean, that's what he said.
So I am absolutely going to get that out, and we will do some aqua-based elephant colouring in next. Give us 2 or 3 minutes. Actually, that's good, because that gives you time to check out while I get tidied up ready for the next demo.
It certainly does. I tell you what, there's loads of comments coming through, so what we'll do, we'll read a few of those comments in just a few moments' time, but listen, let's give you time to check out your baskets, because I know, as we said, this is one of those shows where you don't want to miss it, so there's a little video coming up now which tells you how to shop, and seeing as the majority of you probably know that already, it does give you time to check out your baskets, because you won't have to watch it. If you don't know how to shop, you can watch this and check out at the same time, multitask, but we'll be back in a second.
Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
There we go, loads of you loving this collection, loads of you checking out your carts and baskets, and I can't wait until you get these home, and I cannot wait, in a few days, few weeks time, when you're sending in pictures of all of the things that you are making. We're going to chat more to Sarah in just a few moments' time. Don't forget, you've still got time to get your questions in, your comments in. We are going to be giving away the piece of work that Sarah is working on, the artist of your illustrated animals. She's going to be giving away the piece of art that she's been working on during the show at the end of the show. And also in the next 25 minutes, we will recap on all of Sara's demos because we need you to vote for your demo of the show.
I was going to say, what if Sarah wins demo of the show over me? I would probably understand it. However, we can't submit hers because if we do and she wins demo of the show, it goes on the shelf, we can't send it to someone. Just that's me in the clear.
So scrap that idea then.
Unless she gets to do another one as well. And the one that she's doing now gets to win.
Now you're putting her under. You said to me at the start of the show, don't put her under pressure, and she's not even started. Sarah? Can you get that done in the next 25 minutes?
Yeah, I could do it.
All right. Well, there's your challenge. If you can get that finished before, right. Here's the thing. We're definitely giving away the giraffe, right? If Sarah can finish her owl before the end of the show, so about 20 minutes or so, when we do the vote, we will put that into the vote. Sara versus Sarah.
Oh. It's never going to end well, this though, is it not? It's
well, you called for it.
Well. I know I did. I totally teed myself up for that one.
Right.
Hey, have you got me giraffe pictures yet, though, Ben?
We have. So when was this then? Let's have a look at these.
So this was a couple of years. I think it was not last summer, obviously, but the summer before. Look how long their tongues are. Look how excited I was as well. Oh. It was brilliant.
I thought you said this was for the kids.
Yeah, but I just sent the pictures of me. Honestly, I took 50 gazillion pictures. It was absolutely, but like, there was me and my mum and our Helen, that's my sister and my mum, and the 3 kids. Actually, so our Grace must have been, was a year gone October. Our Grace was about 6 months old or whatever. And so you've got me mum who's looking after all 3 kids, because me and our Helen are just like, let's feed the giraffes. Are our kids okay? Yep, you deal with them, mum. We'll feed the giraffes. It was amazing.
I love that. Kids, get out of the way. Oh, here we go. Johnny's got another joke here. Why are giraffes so slow to apologise?
Because they've got long necks.
That's the other one.
No.
Because it takes them a long time to swallow their pride.
I love that. I like that one. How did you? Oh, that's got me really tickled.
How are you laughing at Johnny's jokes? You never laugh at mine.
Pride.
You never laugh at... What? Let me do mine. Why have giraffes got long necks? Because they've got smelly feet.
Yeah, I like that one too. I like that one too.
Oh, I'm loving this. Did you say Bernie's sent... Oh, Bernie's been on. They're not a joke from Bernie. Bernie's given us a fact. Giraffe.
All right, Johnny just told us this in our ear, and I thought, well, that's not very funny.
No, exactly. Yeah, giraffes sleep standing up. No, that's actually
Not
a
so
fact.
funny.
Not
Not
a
so
joke.
funny.
No.
Right, come on, guys.
Yep.
We need all of your elephant jokes. Right, I'm doing elephant next, so we need elephant jokes. Otherwise, we will classify Ben as being irrelevant in this bit of a process.
Fine.
Come on.
That's really tickled you. By the way, the irrelevant gag is to do with one of the sentiments that you get with your elephant, which says, let me just quote this specifically, it says, without love, life would be irrelevant. Also, just to say, to save me, or shall I do it? Someone's asked, Lou has asked, what are the dimensions of the tallest stamp? The owl is 4.3 by 3.8. And I would say then we've got the deer is 4.3 by 3.5. I'd say those are the two biggest ones.
Yeah.
Just looking along.
The
Those are your two
giraffe.
biggest.
Oh, the elephant's 3.9.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So they're all less than 4 inches, guys, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all just less than 4 inches.
Right. Enough of this irrelevance. Let's go over.
I like that one too.
What's wrong with you today?
You're definitely getting better as you get more warmed up. Oh my word, I can't wait for Colour Me Happy. I cannot wait. So we've got a whole show coming up at 7 o'clock UK time, 7654, 3 o'clock because there's only 4 hours difference at the moment. 3 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock in the US. We've got a whole 2 hours of Colour Me Happy with brand new, amazing discovery kits.
Yep.
I cannot wait to show you these. And it's a good job Ben's going to be on fire because I'm going to be in my colouring coma and he's going to need some good crack.
Hey, and we've got George who's going to be joining us for that as well. So I'm going to start you off, first half hour, and George is going to jump in, and then I'm going to finish off later on as well. So it's going to be double trouble.
Oh, does that mean you'll be able to go and brew up halfway through the show?
Unbelievable. That happened to me earlier on Wake Up Call. I was in here whilst George was doing Wake Up Call and Craft Art, and all of a sudden I just got the finger like this from Craig. Come here. I was like, what?
Yeah. You don't. To me, you don't even need the finger. You can just be like, hi.
Yeah.
Hey, boy.
All right. Well, I know what my role is. Know my role. I will. Yes, I'll be on the hot drinks then.
Excellent.
Oh,
well, you can look forward to that show, guys.
Yep.
However, it's like double Colour Me Happy show because it's like colouring with these gorgeous new stamps, and then a little bit later you're going to have colouring in the Colour Me Happy show as well.
Yeah.
So, right, let's have a little look. I'm going to stamp this elephant out. She is gorgeous. I don't know if we decided if she was a she or a he, but I think she's a she, right? She's just got these gorgeous eyelashes that I think make her a she, right? She's wonderful. So, I'm going to stamp her up. Make sure, if you're doing the watercolouring one, you're going to use a waterproof dye ink, right? So I've used Pebble. I'm not a big fan of always using black, right? I like to use some of the slightly different colours. So I'm going to use the Pebble here. And the reason you need a waterproof ink is because we want this lovely stamp not to move as we do the colouring, right? So I'm going to look at can you see the bark here, right? I'm going to use the bark. And what I'm going to do, Ben, is I'm going to get my paint pot here, and I'm only going to use a little bit at a time because I don't want it to dry too much, right? So I'm going to put the bark in around here, and once I've got the bark colour in, then I'm going to drag it all out with the paintbrush as well.
Zena says, why couldn't two elephants go swimming together?
Oh, here we go. I'm guessing this is not a fact, I'm guessing this is a joke.
Why couldn't two elephants go swimming together? Because they only had one pair of trunks.
I like that one.
Oh, that got laughs all around the studio, that's good. Helen says, how do you know an elephant is under your bed? Because when you get in, your nose touches the ceiling. It's good. I'm writing all these down. What was the elephant, says Joe, doing on the motorway?
Go on.
About 5 miles an hour. Hey! That's my favourite, the one so far.
That's a great one. These are better than ours.
Keep these coming in, these elephant jokes. I absolutely love them. And loads of you loving the show today as well. As much as there is great demonstrations, great that we've got the artists in. Everyone's loving the silliness of the show today as well. Carol saying, you guys are so silly today. I love it. Hadassah just saying as well.
What do you mean silly? This is us being totally serious, Ben.
I know. I mean, you should see us when we get silly. Yeah. They're trying to, this is a launch day. This is deadly serious. Sarah is a great artist, says Hadassah. Her colouring is popping and her designs are extremely detailed. Wow. Absolutely wow. I've got a question for Sarah as well. Are we watching you, Sara?
Well, it's all right, as long as everybody knows, do you know what? You know, put Sarah in the box as well at some point if you wanted. Or that might be pushing it.
Oh, okay. Well, so this is a great question from Carol on Facebook, who wants to know, Sarah, what advice would you give to a young artist? So someone who's just starting out and, I don't know, maybe not quite sure of their own, designs and things like that. What advice would you give to them?
I think when I was a young artist, I was very set in my ways and I would only use either charcoal or pencil. So I'd definitely say don't be afraid to experiment. Try the tri-blends. Try those. They're amazing. So especially for when you're just trying new things. Obviously watercolor, very forgiving. So you could try with watercolor. Just experiment, I'd say, is the best thing to do.
Oh, great tip. And just to say, for people who missed earlier on, like with your artwork and your artistry, something that you always wanted to do, were you sort of naturally arty, or was it something that you sort of worked on through sort of school and college?
I think I was quite naturally arty. My dad is, I wouldn't say arty, but he's creative. He creates a lot. And my mum, she's very good with poetry and things like that. So it is quite a creative background. Yeah. So yeah, I have always been quite creative, but it definitely takes probably college and a little bit of tutoring to sort of refine everything, I think. Yeah, and obviously there you're going to learn great techniques and hints and tips that you can then sort of take as you find your own feet as well, I guess, can't you? Yeah, definitely, yeah. That owl is coming on an absolute treat. Hopefully you've got about 10 minutes remaining. Are you do you reckon you'll get that finished, Sarah? Oh my gosh. Oh, now I'm putting you under pressure. So we've got, well, yes, if you win, Sarah, you get to go on our Crafty Walk of Fame, and you could be winning a place on our crafty roll over the other side of the studio. So, yeah.
Oh, my word.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, my word. You will not believe it. Go and stand in front of some cameras so everybody can see what you just... Look at him. Look what
George has just brought in some drinks.
Look, he's bringing one fountain. There's your cup.
Now that's the kind of service. That's why we need George here at Crafters TV. Oh no, to be fair though, I made him a drink earlier.
Oh, well, so you just ordered you one then.
Yeah, he'll be one.
Still though, it's nice to see we're starting them young. First day on the job, kind of. Let's train him in where the teapot is. Absolutely. That's how you do the inductions here at Crafters Companion, guys. We know we've got our priorities right.
Yeah. It's nothing to do with that. What they like on screen as the presenter. Does he make a good cup of tea or coffee? Yep, right. He's in.
Hey, he hasn't done bad there either. I mean, it's a little bit on the strong side for me that, but our poor Jake, bless him, backstage had to go through weeks of training. I was like, no, come on, let me show you how you make a good cup of tea, son. Let me show you. It's not like that.
Wow.
Yeah. No, honestly, you've got to get it right.
Oh no, you have tea. But I mean, I'm not too fussed about tea. I can drink tea however it comes. Really, my coffees. And George, to be fair, I mean that is a good cup of coffee. Yeah. Oh, you have it black. Yeah, but you've done that nicely, strong, but with a little bit of milk. Yorkshire tea. Look at your elephant, by the way. How's this coming on? This is amazing.
It's coming. Do you know? I wanted to take my time because I wanted the depth and the shadow on that.
Yeah.
It's got to be. That's what I love about the working with greys like this. You've just got to practice a little bit at it. And then let's have a little look. I'm going to use a bit of purple. So I'm just going to colour in with this one, a bit of gold and a bit of purple, and I'm just going to colour in some of this shading on here, Ben.
Fred171 on YouTube. Why was the elephant asked to leave the beach?
Go on.
He couldn't keep his trunks up.
There's some really canny ones, isn't there?
Bernie said, here we go, Bernie. Bernie, yes, you got the hang of this one now. Not facts, jokes. Bernie says, why did the elephant go to the gym?
Go on.
To use the Dumbo bells.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. Beth, this is a good one. The oldies are the goodies. Why are elephants good travellers?
Go on.
They always carry a trunk.
Oh, yep.
And Kimberly on Facebook, why has this made me laugh so much? Which game should you never play with an elephant?
Go on.
Squash.
Yes.
I'm writing all these down for future use when we get this collection back again, and I shall claim all those jokes for my own. So thank you so much, everybody. Hadassah on Facebook just says, oh my word, Sarah needs to do a colour along show. Her colouring is amazing. I think, yeah, we'll get Sarah back on again, won't we, Sara?
Absolutely. Well, the good thing is she's just round the corner.
Yeah.
So literally, I texted her a couple of days ago and said, oh, Sarah, I'm doing a launch show. Do you fancy coming in for it?
Yeah.
And what I said was, can you get anyone to look after the kids? Basically. Well, I know exactly what that's like, Sarah, and came to, can I come in? Well, it all depends on if I can get someone to look after the kids. So yes, as soon as she said she was managing to get someone to look after the kids, I was like, brilliant. Who is looking after the kids and Sarah?
My dad and my stepmom in Darlington, well, just outside of Darlington, so that they do childcare for me whilst I'm working.
Amazing.
Brilliant. Gotta love the
so thank you.
gotta love the grandparent support.
Will they be watching as well? We'll watch back later.
Highly likely. They did have me on the big TV on the first one that I did, so yeah, I hope so.
Oh, amazing stuff. At least if they're not watching now, they can watch back later on, of course, as well. As you can, if you have just joined us, you can watch back the rest of the show on YouTube, on Facebook. If you subscribe to us on YouTube, of course, you can watch back these shows whenever you like and get notifications when we are on air as well. We've literally got about 10 minutes remaining. I can't believe where this show has gone. We've got Sarah crafting away. Sara's going for it as well. 40% of the stock has gone too. Look at Sara. I nearly got it wrong then. Look at Sara's elephant over here.
To panic because I haven't got it finished, right? But don't worry, because look what I've done. This is me showing you how you colour the whole thing, okay? I've got the one that I've done. So what I've done is when you cut that out now, let's have a little look. See, so when I cut this one out, can you see it cuts out just this top bit? So I'm not going to worry about doing the base of him because all I need to show you this kind of this part of the demo is the cut out on this top bit. And again, all the dies are designed like this, so it's just a little bit different in that you can have the actual design and you can cut out certain elements of it and you can layer them up, because otherwise you would just stamp.
Yes.
A lot of you, I don't know about you, but if it's things like that name went flying. That went flying. But do you know what?
Sturdy though.
These
great
are
demonstration.
Sturdy stuff. So whilst I absolutely don't suggest throwing them around, look, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So I was going to just lift this off here and just put that there, and we'll just tidy that up later. Right, so
just a little bit of a spillage there. It's all fine. It's all fine.
All fine here. Nothing to see, folks.
Nothing to see.
Right. So there's the head of my elephant. So another one, what I've done is I've coloured in the ears, but I haven't bothered doing all the detail in the middle because that's going to be all raised up on the front. So all I'm going to do with this one, I'm actually going to, with this one here, just round out his ears, right? But I'm going to round out his ears and his trunk a little bit. But I'm going to stick this bit flat. Where's my other tape pen gone? Here it is. I'm going to stick the middle bit here flat then, right? And then I'm going to come in with some foam pads and I'm going to raise up his ears a little bit. But then I'm going to raise up his trunk. If we've got some smaller foam pads, do you know, I'm always asking for the big ones. Here we go, some lovely small ones. I'm going to put a couple of small ones down here as well and just lift up the whole of his trunk there too. There we go.
I've just realised, so you've done a demo with every single one of the animals, haven't you? You done them all? Yeah.
No, I didn't do the...
Oh, no, the giraffe.
I didn't do the giraffe because Sarah was doing the giraffe.
Fine, got you.
So, but I've done all the others, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but because they're so quick and easy to do when you're doing the watercolours. If we were doing colour blend pencils, I probably would have only got like maybe 2 done in the show, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But because we've been doing the watercolours, I've got them all done.
I love, by the way, Tansy Pansy on YouTube has just said, obviously you're using the foam pads to get the lift. Tansy Pansy on YouTube says you could put a spring thing behind and make little bobble heads. I love that idea.
You could.
That elephant. That's
I
so
love
cool.
a good wobbler. I love a good. Do you know what? For the craft along for these, we'll have to maybe try that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yes, and there will be a craft along, of course, as well.
Oh, we love a
further
good
down the
craft
line.
along.
Absolutely.
We love a good craft along.
Oh yeah, we do.
In fact, I think it's quickly becoming a lot of people's favourite show.
I do. Mm-hmm. And as we mentioned the other day, actually, if you've ever thought about coming on Crafters TV, if you want to be on a future craft along, then you can get in touch with us on our studio email address, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. We're always looking for people to come in and join us because we want to meet you, want to see what you're up to, want you to craft along and enjoy crafting with us on those shows. So if you've ever thought about doing it, you should absolutely get in touch. The next craft along is on Thursday of next week, I want to say. It is, isn't it? With the, is it foil press? Yeah, I'm sure it's Thursday next week. Yeah.
Right, I'll let you have a little look from the front because I think it looks like there. Look at that, perfect. Without love, life would be irrelevant.
Love it.
And then there's your lovely little elephant on the front of there as well. So yes, now we've got them all done. Do you want to see mine for just to vote for a demo of the show? But
well,
I'm
yes.
not saying it has to be one of mine. It might be one of Sarah's. So you can literally choose your animal. Oh no, because Sarah's now colouring in the one that I've done.
Yeah, number.
So there's Sarah's owl.
Yeah.
Or there's Sarah's owl, which she'll show you in a second.
Okay.
There's the elephant.
Yes.
There is the butterfly, right? There was the deer that we did with the colour blend pencils. Then there was the unicorn with the Z fold card. We've got quite a lot, haven't we? Well, 2 hours. I don't like to mess about, Ben.
I tell you what, so if you vote for your favourite animal of Sara's, and just to avoid confusion, because I know I'll get told off by a social team, if you want Sarah to win with her owl, just say Sarah, because it's going to get really confusing. So put your favourite animal. If you want Sarah to win, just put Sarah. And have you finished it? I don't want to press you. Are you almost there, Sarah?
Just about. I've been speed colouring, so
right.
Luckily I've got the brush tips.
Cool, blimey, that's brilliant.
Oh, wow.
Not
I kind of
quite
needed that
finished.
to not be brilliant, if I'm being totally honest. I kind of needed that to not look that good, Sarah.
Sorry.
I love the fact that you've gone, yeah, let's get Sarah in. Oh, actually, hers is amazing, and now I'm going to lose. But it's only just for a bit of fun. Nobody's taking the whole competition too seriously, are they, Sara? Seriously, Sunday nights, Second Chance Sunday is like there's been so much controversy over the course of the last few weeks. The whole, all presenters are allowed to enter. No, they're not. Presenters are allowed to enter. Oh, so-and-so hasn't won yet. Let's vote for them. I mean, seriously, what's going to happen this Sunday night? Who knows? But it could be that Sarah wins if she's allowed to be in. Never mind. Right, let's quickly show you before the end of the show. Over 40% of the stock has now gone on this collection. Brand new. You can be one of the very first to get your hands on this collection, and as we've seen over the course of the show, how stunning is this? The artwork is amazing. The artist is here herself, and she's just done a fantastic job, as we can see. Nice, big, bold stamps for you to colour with. No matter what your kind of pen or pencil of choice is, these are fantastic. Love the fact that with each one you get some gorgeous sentiments. Love the fact, even though that's disappeared, you do get a die to go with this as well, which in the case of the owl cuts out the head and the wings to give you straight away that amazing kind of lift, to give you that sort of 3D effect, if you like. There's that gorgeous giraffe. Of course, Sarah was working on that through the show, and one of you will be winning a signed picture of that with her artwork in just a few moments' time. Once again, you've got the die to be able to cut out the head there, and some really, really cute sentiments with that too. Also in this collection, that gorgeous stag, that deer friend, just beautiful. Again, I mean, the artwork is really second to none. It's fantastic. To a dear friend, be strong, just for you are your sentiments there. On top of that, there's the elephant. We just saw a few moments ago there with Sara. Once again, how stunning is that? With our favourite sentiment of the show, without love, life would be irrelevant. Sounds like there's an irrelevant in the studio.
Tie you up.
Then you've got your unicorn as well. I'm going to be in trouble after this show. I tell you what, it won't be me and George splitting. Can't be happy later on. It'll be George on his own. There's your unicorn. And then last but by no means least, that gorgeous butterfly too. And once again, don't forget the dies on each of these cut out relevant portions of the actual die itself to give you that lift, to give you that amazing effect. Brand new today, well over now 40% of the stock has gone. People beginning to check out of their baskets here. 74.95 or 84.75 is the deal. Of course, you're saving 20% if you are a platinum member. 59.96 66 or 67.80. And of course, you're getting those extra bonus points this weekend as well with our bonus point weekend. Quick look at the colours that you're getting in your tricolours, because we are rapidly running out of time here. Really popular are these. So this is the 12-piece collection. You're going to get your colour basics, which is your warm primary, your cool primary, and your complementary. As you can see, you've got the colour families within each pen. So 1 pen, 2 pen, 3 pen, and those colour families to make it really easy for you to blend those colours. You've got your essential neutrals, which is your earthy neutral, rich neutral, and grey neutral. Then you've got your great outdoors, which is your rich floral, your cool marine, and your botanic natural. And then you've got your floral meadow, which is your bright floral, your warm fiery, and your fresh verdant. It's a great collection, and the fact is you're also getting your folder to go with it. Your wallet, your storage wallet, is coming to you for absolutely free, which is a phenomenal deal. Lots of the stock of that has gone as well. £38 or $57 is the deal on that one today. Take another 20% off that, of course, if you're a platinum member. £30.40 or $45.60. What a show this has been. Right, let us quickly have a look and see the demo of the show. Sara's elephant.
No way!
Yes. Yes. Good. Well, congratulations. Look at her face. Look at her face.
Honestly, I love that elephant. Look at the depth of that colour on the elephant.
That is phenomenal. What? Yeah. Sorry, what's that? What's that, Sarah? Oh, you don't want to give away your art right now because nobody voted for you. Well, I do not blame you. I do not blame you at all. Outrageous. There we have. It's not a competition at all, is it? We have got a winner of the artwork that Sarah was doing a little bit earlier on, and our winner, congratulations to Marion Jolliffe Warren. Well done, many congratulations, Marion. That giraffe is going to be coming your way. We'll get Sarah to sign that for you as well. All you need to do to claim your prize is, of course, email us. You can just email us to prizes@crafterscompanion.com, and you can see just there as well, the signature has just been popped onto that fantastic piece of artwork, which will be winging its way to you. Sarah, thank you so much for coming in and joining us. We've really loved having you, and we must do it again very soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And a big thank you to you, Sara, as well. Should we do it all over again in about 2 hours?
Absolutely. Give us time. I've got some alphabet spaghetti to go on toast for me tea. Just, a bit of a change for some beans. And I'll see you back here in 2 hours.
Of course, I've got a cheese sandwich. I mean, it's not as much fun as alphabet spaghetti, is it? Hey, listen, check out your baskets. Now is the time to grab this deal. Don't miss out. You're going to truly love it. We'll be back in a couple of hours. Me, Sara, and George for Colour Me Happy. We'll see you then. Bye for now.